Ladies, this one's for you, though I already know most of you won't take the time to listen, which is too bad, really, because if you did, you might actually learn something. You might actually find out what men want in a relationship, what men need. You might actually be able to have a happy, healthy relationship with a man. Because if you haven't found one yet, odds are what I'm about to tell you is the reason why. But as I said, I already know most of you have decided that you know everything, even though truth is 99.99% of the time, what you think you know is so far off the mark, even Magellan couldn't find it. But I'm a man who doesn't give up easily, and I want to help the one or two of you who might actually take the time to watch this video. So let's dive in and talk about what men really want in relationships. Ladies, we men aren't complicated. We don't need games, grand gestures, or your TikTok astrology breakdowns. We just want paper. No, not money. Paper, as in P.A.P.E.R. And I'm going to go ahead and break it down for you, starting with the first P, which stands for peace. No, not the kind you post about, the kind that feels like a deep breath. A man doesn't want to come home to a wife sitting there, arms crossed, waiting to tear him a new one because he didn't put the 452 throw pillows on the bed in just the right way when he made it earlier in the morning. He doesn't want to have to sit through a 45-minute soliloquy the minute he walks in the door as you vent about Becky, your office manager, who said something about your hair that you didn't like. And he sure as hell doesn't want to walk into a house that feels like a live-action minefield, never knowing which version of you he's going to get. Ladies, if every conversation turns into a courtroom interrogation, that's not peace or love, that's litigation. And men already have to deal with enough crap out in the real world. The toxicity, the dismissal, the constant disrespect. The last thing any man wants after a full day of that is to come home to even more of it from his wife or girlfriend. Peace means he doesn't have to defend himself in his own house. It's not silence, it's serenity. It's that rare moment when a man exhales, sits back, and says, yeah, I'm good here. All right, next up is A for acknowledgement and accountability. Something men rarely get and women rarely take. Ladies, let me ask you something. When's the last time you genuinely thanked the men in your life for all they do for you? Now, I already know what you're going to say. Oh, I do that all the time. Really? Because when you ask the men, and I do all the time, they'll tell you down to the minute the last time someone gave them a genuine thank you. Hell, they'll tell you the temperature, whether the sky was sunny or gray, and what episode of NCIS happened to be on that night. That's how rare it is. When men get real acknowledgement, it gets burned into their brain. They'll live off of it for weeks, months, sometimes even years. So while you might think you're showing appreciation all the time, the reality is most of you aren't. And in many cases, never have. Say thank you. Say to him, you're right, every once in a while. It's not that hard, but it can make all the difference in the world to a man. Men crave being seen, not constantly corrected. Which brings us to accountability. Something, when it comes to relationships in particular, women refuse to take. Every woman, every damn one of you thinks you're perfect. God's gift to wifeyhood. Well, darlings, I hate to break it to you, but you're not. Not by a long shot. If there are problems in your relationship, stop trauma dumping all the blame on him. Maybe take a little bit of it for yourself. Maybe say you're right instead of launching into a laundry list of everything he does wrong, which, funnily enough, never includes a single damn thing that you did wrong. Accountability goes both ways. You can't demand it from a man if you hide it from yourself. The next P is for privacy, and it's a big one. And it's one almost every woman is guilty of breaking. And yes, I know, again, most of you will deny it till the cows come home. Truth is, this one destroys more relationships than almost anything else. Oh, sure, he may stick around, but your relationship is damaged goods at best. Men are private, deeply private. We don't want our business, good or bad, broadcast to the world, especially not by you. And let's be clear, this isn't about secrecy, it's about privacy. Every man needs his space. Space to think, decompress, and just be, without having to face an interrogation. That doesn't mean he's hiding something, it means he's protecting his peace. And privacy also means this. Like Vegas, what happens between you stays between you. Your mom doesn't need a recap of every argument. Your friends and coworkers don't need screenshots of your private messages. And you and your bestie shouldn't be trading war stories and laughing about how he got the kids ready for school wrong. And don't even get me started on posting things on the internet. If you're making TikToks talking about your relationship, especially behind his back, it doesn't matter if what you're saying is good or bad. You've broken the covenant for good. The internet sure as hell doesn't need a full-blown play-by-play of your relationship. Not now, not ever. Do that, and you've immediately, probably permanently, damaged his trust. Do it enough, he'll never trust you again. Guaranteed. No amount of apologizing will fix it. No amount. Some things are meant to be shared, but others are meant to be sacred, and your relationship should be one of them. We're up to E, which stands for empathy. Not sympathy, not saving, empathy. Now, I know, again, you're going to say it's in your nature. It's in your DNA. I'm always empathetic. All women are. Yeah, sure. Maybe for everyone else. But when it comes to the men in your life, not so much. Empathy means hearing his pain without making it about you. It means listening, not lecturing. It means nodding and understanding, not twisting it into a counterattack. And most of all, it means not weaponizing what he shares later on, often decades later on, which far too many, dare I say most women, do. Empathy means you set aside your feelings and see his. It means you recognize that men hurt too and have every right to. But we do it quietly. It means that you don't see us as weak or unmanly for even having them, something very, very few of you are even capable of. Sometimes men don't need to be fixed. We don't need to spend hours a week in therapy. We just need to feel safe enough to open up. If you provide that safe space for him, he'll worship the ground you walk on. Don't, and he'll resent you for life. If he's not talking to you, doesn't open up to you, it's not because he's afraid. It's because he already has once or twice and paid the price for doing so. And let me assure you, ladies, once that happens, he'll never do it again. If you can't give him a safe space, then at least have the decency to give him the freedom to find it somewhere else without setting out to destroy him in the process. Finally, we're up to R, which is for respect. This is the big one, the be-all, end-all for men. The one we want, need, even more than love. Because without it, none of the rest matters. None of it. Men build their entire lives around respect. It defines us. It drives us. It's the line between a strong relationship and a broken one. Lose it, and I guarantee everything else falls apart. You can love him, adore him, even worship him, but if you don't respect him, he'll feel it in his bones. And believe me, ladies, he'll know. He'll know for sure, no matter how hard you try and hide it, whether you actually respect him or not. And if he knows you don't, well, you might as well walk away. And for the record, if you're one of those women who says, he has to earn my respect, he probably already did. And the fact that you're saying that now, well, that's the very proof that you don't respect him at all and probably never did. So yeah, ladies, there it is. If you got this far, congratulations. You're now far further ahead in finding a good relationship with a man than 95% of the other women out there. As I showed, it's actually pretty easy peasy. If you want a good relationship with a man, don't flaunt your career or job title. Don't bring up your bill-paying abilities. Don't bring up your looks or any of the other things y'all love to list to prove that you're a great catch. Because men don't give two craps about any of that. No, instead, bring paper. Not problems, not pressure, not performance. Just paper. Peace, acknowledgement, privacy, empathy, and respect. Because when it comes down to it, men don't want perfection in a woman. They just want peace and a woman who knows the value of a good paper.